Hello friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program. Okay, so welcome all of you. Welcome to Science by Harsha Ma'am, and now today's session we are going to see about the 4 basic types of tissues. Okay, as per if we talk about animal tissue, then there are 4 types. They are as shown over here. The one that are the main ones, they are ticked with right. You can see epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. So there are how many types of basic animal tissues? 4 types. Which are they? Epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Now, friends, you might be knowing that there are some people के जिनका नाम होता है शेर सिंह and they are afraid of a small rat, right? You might have seen such kind of misnomers. That means नाम कुछ और होता है. नाम होता है suppose Lakshmi Chandan is not having 2 meals a day. Okay. नाम होता है Mr. Bhikhari Lal and he is not having a particular amount to pay. So that is what is we call as misnomer. Misnomer means जो भी particular चीज है उससे उल्टा उसका नाम होना. Okay, having an opposite name as per the characteristics. Same way we are having one type of tissue, that is nervous tissue, which is a misnomer. The name is nervous tissue, but for learning it is very easy. While other all are misnomers. Other all tissues are such that it will take some time for us to learn it, while this one nervous tissue is quite easy one. The easiest animal tissue to learn by heart, and very easy its functions are. Let me tell you, this particular topic, animal tissues, is such that if you learn daily, then and only then you will be able to work properly on this. Otherwise, you will feel I don't know the lesson. So I'm warning you for this particular 3 types of tissues. I promise you, if you are learning it today itself, you will not face any kind of problem anytime. Okay, so what you have to do is daily learn the topics that are being done. So epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Today we are going to see about the very easiest one, the nervous tissue. Daily we will understand this particular chart so that if you are doing it daily, you will learn. At least the names should be in your brain. First, let us learn about the name. Epithelial tissues of 5 types, that is squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, and glandular. These are 5 types of animal tissues. Coming to the muscular tissue is of 3 types. That is straighted, non-straighted, which means smooth, and cardiac. So these are 3 types of muscular tissue. While connective is of 5 types, in which there are further classifications. Areolar tissue, then dense regular tissue, which is of 2 types, tendon and ligament. Ligament is the word you might have heard up till today. Then adipose tissues, those tissues which are having some fat content in them. Skeletal tissue, in that cartilage and bone. Even these 2 words, cartilage and bone, you might have heard. And coming to the next particular part, the last one, that is the fluid. It is of 2 types, blood and lymph. For your kind information, when I will do the content, at that time also I will remind you. Today also I will tell you that blood is a tissue. Most of the students say that blood is a cell. No, blood is a tissue. Remember that, because many times it is like a problematic thing. Okay, so how many 4 types of animal tissues are there? Animal tissues basic classification is of 4 types. Which are those 4 types? Epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Once again, epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Okay, and this is his basic classification. Like daily we will try to study at least one particular type of tissue. In our today's session, as I said, we are going to do a misnomer thing, that is the nervous tissue. Before we start on with what is nervous tissue, I want to tell you actually how much you will be learning. As per NCERT, I am saying we are doing Prachi textbook, little bit higher content than the NCERT. So whatever you will see over here, little bit more than that you have to remember. The video that you are going to see right now is of about 5 to 6 minutes. Now in this 5 to 6 minutes, they are trying to describe whole of the tissue lesson. In the same way, when you will complete all the series, you will have to say it in the same way. I hope for the best, fingers crossed that you learn it. Be ready for the next video that is describing all the types of animal tissues.
Animal tissues. Almost all animals are made up of tissues. Tissues are groups of cells that are similar in structure and work together to achieve a particular function. Animal tissues are grouped into 4 basic types: epithelial, nervous, muscle, and connective tissues. Let's first look at the epithelial tissue. This tissue covers and protects the internal and external surfaces of the animal body. Epithelial tissue is subdivided into simple squamous, stratified squamous, columnar, and cuboidal epithelium based on the shape and function of their cells. The simple squamous epithelium is found in the lining of the alveoli and allows transport of small molecules across the membrane. It is extremely thin, flat, and single-layered. The stratified squamous epithelium protects areas subject to abrasion and is found in the skin. It is multi-layered. Columnar epithelium acts as an impermeable barrier against any bacteria that could be ingested but is permeable to any necessary ions. It is tall and shaped like a column. Cuboidal epithelium aids in absorption and provides mechanical support. It forms the lining of kidney tubules. It is shaped like a cube. The next tissue type is nervous tissue, which consists of a nerve cell or neuron that has a cell body containing the nucleus. The cell body extends and forms specialized cell parts called dendrites and axons.
We are going to do this.
Cells that help you retract your hand when you touch a thorn. How does this happen? Nerve cells carry messages. That is, the dendrites bring signals to the cell body and the axon transmits the information to the dendrite of another cell. These nerve impulses allow us to move our muscles when we want to, thus retracting our hand. The brain, spinal cord, and nerves are all composed of nervous tissue. The third tissue type is the muscle tissues that are responsible for the movement in our body. The 3 types of muscle tissues are skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. The skeletal muscle helps in locomotion and other voluntary body movements. It is made of long fibers with alternate light and dark bands or striations, so skeletal muscles are also called striated muscles. Smooth muscle cells provide involuntary movements such as the contraction of walls. They line the walls of the hollow structures of the body. Smooth muscle cells are found in the intestines and blood vessels. They are spindle-shaped, flat, pointed at both the ends and broad at the middle. The cardiac or heart muscles are involuntary muscle cells that contract and relax throughout life. They are cylindrical, branched, and uninucleated. The final tissue we look at is the connective tissue that binds and supports body parts and transport materials. Connective tissues are subdivided into blood, bone, ligament, cartilage, areolar, and adipose tissue. The blood contains RBC, WBC, and platelets that transport gases and other materials to different parts of the body. Blood has a fluid matrix. Bone cells secrete calcium that hardens the bone and supports the main organs of the body. Bone cells are solid. Ligaments function as a connection between bones. They are fibrous and stretchy. Cartilage protects bones by preventing them from rubbing against each other. It is a tough but flexible tissue. Areolar fills the space inside the organs. It is gel-like with both elastic and non-elastic fibers. Adipose tissues store fat molecules. In conclusion, we have seen and understood the types of animal tissues, their subclassifications and their functions. Things to remember: animal tissues are grouped into epithelial, nervous, muscle and connective tissues. Epithelial tissues are subdivided into simple squamous, stratified squamous, columnar and cuboidal epithelium. The three types of muscle tissues are skeletal, smooth and cardiac muscles. Cells of the nervous system, called nerve cells, are specialized to carry stimulus from one place to another within the body.
So that was all about 4 types of tissues, and remember that we are going to see this video daily, and moreover the today's content is the very simple one, which is the nervous tissue. Okay, the name itself is such like nerve. Okay, that means in Gujarati, what is the meaning of the word nerve? It's like you are knowing it. If you know, then just WhatsApp me the correct answer. What it in Gujarati, the nerve is meant by, or what it is called in Gujarati. So nervous tissue, they are also, any tissue is made up of cells in the same way. Nervous tissue is also made up of cell, and the cell of the nervous tissue is called as neuron. Okay, what is the cell of nervous tissue called as neuron? And in today's session we are going to study about one neuron, a nerve cell. Okay, once again, how many types of animal tissues are there? There are 4 types of animal tissue: epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue and the nervous tissue. The video you saw was on the basis of NCERT. We are having little bit more content. Epithelial tissue was given over here of 4 types. We will be studying the 5th also. Next, connective tissue, it is of 5 types, and the muscular tissue, that is of 3 types. So we are going to study about 3 types of muscular tissues and 5 types of epithelial tissue and connective tissue. Afterwards we will try to learn all the 5 names. First, remember that 4 basic types of animal tissue. Tissue is of 2 types, plant and animal. Plant is already completed. Today's session we are going to move on animal tissue. Okay, so once again, animal tissue is of how many types? 4 types: epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue and nervous tissue, which is our today's session on nervous tissue. Epithelial and connective are of how many types? 5 types. While muscular tissue is of how many types? It is of 3 types. Let's move further on the next particular content. Today's topic, that is nervous tissue. We are going to study about one nerve cell, that is neuron. Okay, nervous tissue, it is like other tissues made up of cells, and what is one particular nervous tissue cell called as? It is called as neuron. There are numerous such neurons, but it's basically, it is classified into 3 types, which are shown over here. There are 3 types of neurons: sensory neuron, motor neuron and the connected neuron. The connected neuron is also called as the intermediate neuron. Okay, the interneuron, it is from the word intermediate you can remember, even the meaning of the word connector is somewhat something in between it is. Okay, so how many types of neurons are there? There are 3 types: sensory neuron, motor neuron and connector neuron. This is not there in your book, okay? Only a particular neuron is explained and we are going to study about that. First, little bit about the motor nerve I want to tell you, because the nerve cell that we are going to discuss is one of the type of motor nerve, where it is located basically, as you saw in the video. The motor nerve is located between the central nervous system, that is brain and the spinal cord, and all the muscles as well as glands. There are two types of nervous system, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. In that we are going to discuss about the central nervous system. Central nervous system is made up, containing two things inside, the brain and the spinal cord. The whole spinal cord that is extending right from the part of the back of the brain to the bottom. So this, whatever is the place in between, that whole is used by this motor nerve, okay? This is again only for information. Now actually the content is starting. There are three basic parts of the nerve cell, okay? Three parts of nerve cell. Okay, we are going to study about only three parts of nerve cell in today's session. The names are a bit new, but they are very easy. You will be able to memorize it in today's lecture itself. Cell body, dendrites and axon. There are three parts of any nerve cell: the cell body, the dendrites and the axon. This part. Once again, nerve cell, what are the nerve cells called as? Neurons. And how many types of neurons are there? Three. We don't need to remember the names because they are not there in our book, but for our information, little bit we should know. That is, they are motor nerve, sensory nerve and the nerve, okay? Connector nerves. Neuron is of how many types? Three types: cell body, dendrites and axon. Nerve cell is of how many types? As we discussed, nerve cell is of three types, and we are going to discuss about one neuron, and in that neuron there are how many parts? There are three basic parts, that is cell body, dendrites and axon. So this is what we are going to study today. Okay, now let's move further. We are now going to study about the axon. Here it is, the axon. It is, as you can see over here, the long part that is getting generated from the cell body is called as axon. The long part that is getting generated from the cell body, what it is called as? Axon. Axon is surrounded by neural lemma, and there is myelin sheath below the neural lemma, okay? So once again, what is axon? Surrounded by neural lemma, and myelin sheath is just below the neural lemma. Once again, axon, this large body, what it is surrounded by? Neural lemma, and there is, at the below there is a myelin sheath. Once again, axon, the long part of the neuron, it is existing just below the nerve cell, and this axon is surrounded by neural lemma, and there is myelin sheath that is occurring below the neural lemma. Now coming to this important part of neural lemma, it is not at all there, this part is not there in your book, it is only for your information. This myelin sheath, you can see it is not continuous. It is getting interrupted by some nodes, and these are called as the nodes of Ranvier. Once again, the structure is very easy. From the cell body, a long part that is coming is called as axon. Around the axon there is neural lemma. Just below the neural lemma there is myelin sheath. It is helping, it is providing the electrical insulation as well as it is helping in transferring the messages quickly. messages are in the form of impulse. And this myelin sheath, it is not at all continuous. It is getting terminated at some points, and what are these points called as? These points are called as the nodes of Ranvier. Myelin sheath, once again, it is not continuous. It is interrupted by the nodes of Ranvier, and they provide an electrical isolation that will speed up the transmission of the nerve impulse. Next part over here, the terminal part, the end part. When the axon is ending, there are branches like this. These are the terminal part of the axon. What are these terminal branches doing? They are transmitting the messages from one nerve cell to another nerve cell. Okay, they are literally throwing everything in the form of a chemical message, and the other nerve cell is catching it. When just try to visualize the thing, somewhat something it's very different from our thoughts. Remember, the function of a neuron is to transmit the impulse, that is its basic function. Okay, once again, function of the axon is to transmit the nerve impulses away from the cell. Okay, that is over here. Then next part, about what I was saying you. Between two nerve cells, there is a small gap. Between two nerve cells, there is a small gap. And this small gap between the two nerve cells is called as synapse. What it is called as? Synapse. So the neurons, when they transmit the impulse, they lie in the end, they lie in such a way that the dendrite of the neuron lies next to the terminal branch of the other neuron, and there is a gap between two neurons, and what is that gap called as? Synapse. You can see it over here. Between two dendrites, they are shown as connected, but there is a small portion that is in between. So what is that tiny gap called as? It is called as synapse. Okay, now the other two parts, that is the dendrites and the cell body. In that cell body, or it is also called as cyton, it contains nucleus, and there are a group of ribosomes which are called as Nissl granules. I'll just show you where it is. Over here in the nerve cell, there are, in the cytoplasm only, there are some ribosomes attached, which are called as the Nissl granules. Once again, okay, the content inside the cell body, there is a nucleus, and beside the nucleus there are ribosomes in the cytoplasm. What are the ribosomes called as? Nissl granules. Now here is the dendrite. More clear image is over here. So this large dendrites, these are called as dendrites, the branch projections that are coming from the cell body. When the large branches such are coming, these are called as dendrons. What are they called as? Dendrons. Okay? So that is about the nervous tissue. Over here, you can see it. This is the last part that we did. Okay? Cyton, it is containing ribosomes inside the cytoplasm, which are called as Nissl granules. While the dendrites, they are branch projections, they also contain ribosomes and neurofibrils. And large dendrites, what are they called as? Dendrons. Now, let's have a look at its video.
Neuron or nerve cell. In animals, control and coordination are provided by nervous and muscular tissues. All information from our environment is detected by the specialized tips of some nerve cells. These receptors are usually located in our sense organs. Nerve cells or neurons respond to external and internal stimuli. Let's understand the structure of a neuron or nerve cell. Neuron. A neuron is a nerve cell with branches. It is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. It may be elongated over 100 centimeters. A neuron can detect, receive, and conduct the nerve impulse to various parts of the body. Cyton. It is also called cell body. Its granular cytoplasm is called neuroplasm, and in the center a spherical nucleus with nucleolus is present. Nissel's granules are a number of small basophilic granules of various shapes found in neuroplasm. Dendron are the branched projections of a neuron that act to conduct the electrical stimulation. Dendrites. These are terminal branches that arise from dendrons. Axon. It's a single, long and cylindrical. Its primary function is to conduct the nerve impulses away from the cyton. The plasma membrane of neuron is called neurolemma. The axon is covered by medullary sheath and possesses node of Ranvier. It may form a number of terminal arborizations. Let's understand how nerve impulse travels in the body. Stimuli acquired at the end of the dendritic tip of a nerve cell sets off a chemical reaction that creates an electrical impulse. This impulse travels from the dendrite to the cell body and then along the axon to its end. At the end of the axon, the electrical impulse sets off the release of some chemicals. These chemicals cross the gap, or synapse, and start a similar electrical impulse in a dendrite of the next neuron. This is a general scheme of how nervous impulses travel in the body. A similar synapse finally allows delivery of such impulses from neurons to other nerve cells.
So I hope that the content is clear to you. With the help of this animated video, we'll have a look at the whole of the part that we did today from. Let's have a quick review from the beginning. This is the part from where we started. How many types of animal tissues are there? There are 4 types of animal tissues. Which are those? They are over here. Epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Today's session we had a brief overview on the nervous tissue. How many types of tissues are there? They are of 2 types. Tissues are of 2 types. And that we are studying today. Animal. Plant is already over. Epithelial as well as connective. It is of how many types? 5 types. While muscular is of how many types? It is of 3 types. And coming to the nervous tissue, no further classifications. It is just one nerve cell that we are going to study today. Epithelial tissues of how many types? 5 types. Which are those? Squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, and glandular. Muscular, it is striated, non-striated, and cardiac. Coming to connective, areolar, dense regular, which is of 2 types, that is tendon and ligament, adipose. Then skeletal, that is cartilage and bone. The last one which you can see over here is fluid connective tissue, that is containing the blood and lymph. Here further classification is given, but it is not there in your book. Then this was the video you had already seen. What is one particular cell called as? It is called as neuron. It is of how many types? 3 types. Sensory neuron, connector neuron, and motor neuron. Then where is the motor neuron occurring? Between the nervous system and the muscles and the glands, and that motor nerve is made up of motor neurons. Any neuron is containing three basic things: cell, body, dendrites and axon. Kindly note down this content. I am waiting for you. This is the content that you have to memorize. So just be ready to note it down. Note the parts quick. I hope you have noted this 2 points. Now let's move further on axon. Note down that also. So neural lemma, it is the plasma membrane, you can say like that, of the axon, and just below it there is a myelin sheath. Be quick in noting. I hope you have mentioned or noted these 3 points. Now let's move further. The myelin sheath. Note down these points. Be quick in noting. The classroom notes are very important. Be quick in noting. I hope you have noted the 3 points. The next one. This axon, about the terminal branches. Next, after this, just one more slide here to note. So I hope you have noted this content. Next. So I hope that you have noted this content also. Now let's have a look at the video content. You have to, once again, you will see the video, try to recall whatever part we did, the synapse where the chemicals were just getting passed from one neuron to the neuron. When you try to visualize the thing with the help of these animated videos, things become more and more easy. So just have a look at it.
Neuron or nerve cell. In animals, control and coordination are provided by nervous and muscular tissues. All information from our environment is detected by the specialized tips of some nerve cells. These receptors are usually located in our sense organs. Nerve cells or neurons respond to external and internal stimuli. Let's understand the structure of a neuron or nerve cell. Neuron. A neuron is a nerve cell with branches. It is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. It may be elongated over 100 centimeter. A neuron can detect, receive, and conduct the nerve impulse to various parts of the body. Cyton. It is also called cell body. Its granular cytoplasm is called neuroplasm, and in the center a spherical nucleus with nucleolus is present. Nissel's granules are a number of small basophilic granules of various shapes found in neuroplasm. Dendron are the branched projections of a neuron that act to conduct the electrical stimulation. Dendrites, these are terminal branches that arise from dendrons. Axon, it is single, long and cylindrical. Its primary function is to conduct the nerve impulses away from the cyton. The plasma membrane of neuron is called neurolemma. The axon is covered by medullary sheath and possesses node of Ranvier. It may form a number of terminal arborizations. Let's understand how nerve impulse travels in the body. Stimuli acquired at the end of the dendritic tip of a nerve cell sets off a chemical reaction that creates an electrical impulse. This impulse travels from the dendrite to the cell body and then along the axon to its end. At the end of the axon, the electrical impulse sets off the release of some chemicals. These chemicals cross the gap, or synapse, and start a similar electrical impulse in a dendrite of the next neuron. This is a general scheme of how nervous impulses travel in the body. A similar synapse finally allows delivery of such impulses from neurons to other nerve cells.
So that's all for the content of the day. I hope that you have understood all the content that was taught today. In our next particular session, we are going to see about the muscular tissue, connective tissue and epithelial tissue, one each day. Do the homework as in how you are regularly doing, and have a very good day, all of you. That's all for the content of the day. Thank you so much and have a very nice day. Bye.